Hello, and a warm welcome to all of you. Join us from around the world. We're thrilled to have you here at NavigArt.
Hello, and a warm welcome to all of you.
Today's in our live stream. We invite you to go in a journey within, to explore the depths of your unique self. Our session is a sanctuary where self-identity meets self-acceptance and personal growth blooms. It's a spring in Australia, so everything blooms. And in these uncertain times, we go through constant changes. It's essential to nurture your well-being, and that precise that what we do here at NavigArt is all about that. We believe that through self-discovery, we can find the strengths to navigate life's challenges, ignite our creativity, and spark a positive change within ourselves and the world. As we gather here, remember this is a safe space for you, and where you can be authentic self, free from judgment, surrounded by all supportive energy. So, over the next 25 minutes, Corry will guide you through a transformative experience that combines the therapeutic power of art, the calming practice of breathing exercises, and the wisdom that Corry shares with her energy. She's our guide on this incredible journey of self discovery. And together, we will unlock the doors to your inner world, allowing you to express the subconscious messages from your soul with colors of self-awareness, of self-acceptance. And I'm not going to talk more about this. We have the privilege of being guided by our incredible Corry. So take a deep breath, pick up your materials, and go on the adventure of self-exploration with open heart, curious mind, and let's dive in and make today's self-discovery session a transformative experience for all.
Oh, thank you so much, Valerie. Actually, I want to celebrate Valerie, this beautiful soul who has created a way for us to come together and discover more. When we navigate our lives, it's really hard to do that alone. And it's so wonderful that we can navigate together. And this theme that Valerie's invited us of self-discovery. We're still discovering through StreamYard how we can stream this without an echo to you and show you the way forward. So I'm going to just flow forward, and you might see Valerie popping in and out, trying to get the best way to show you the way through. But actually, she mentioned it already, our souls know the way. And we spend a lot of time thinking from a certain self, thinking we know ourselves. But that thinking mind, that analytical linear mind, it's only 3 to 5% of our mind. There is a whole part to who we are. And that's the part that we're going to dive into today. And we're going to use the art to navigate our way in. And when I say art, I want you to just relax and just breathe. Slow flow. Maybe 5 seconds in, you can start breathing in with me. And maybe 7 seconds out. Find your rhythm. Because when we hear words like art or trust or try, that can activate a part of our brain that isn't slow flow. That's can send some of us into our fight, flight, freeze response. And that makes sense because I'm inviting you into something new today. So how you can flow easy into it is to just breathe deep with me. Your breath is actually always breathing you. It's loving you and it's supporting you. So fall back into your breath and let's go further into this theme of self-discovery, I'm sat with this for a while and I heard the question drop into my awareness. Do you need a hand to discover your true self? And one thing we all have is a hand. Well, two for most of us. So I'm inviting you to use this as our template today. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite you to get a piece of paper. Valerie's going to show you, but I mean, I'm talking printer paper, nothing fancy. It can be a sketchbook, an old sketchbook, and grab some colors. I always have my crayons and pastels. And just like last time, throw them in a box like Valerie and I. Don't have them all tight. We're inviting your inner child to come play. And today you might want a pen nearby because we're going to do some automatic writing. Or if you like colors, you can have color markers. Just throw them in a cup and then you can choose quickly. What we want to do is to not, if you saw the live stream last time, and if not, I'll catch you up. When we are choosing the colors we're going to use, I want you to just feel that first gut impulse and grab the color that lights you up now. And when you get bored of that color, you just throw it down, grab the next one. Maybe you'll stay with the same color or maybe you'll change. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to keep in that slow flow breath. Valerie's going to show you. And when you breathe, I want you to trace your beautiful hand that holds so much. Inhaling up. And then you're going to trace down as you exhale. Inhaling up. And tracing down. So you can grab a pen and start to create your hand on the page. And as you do, breathe your way through to your smart creative brain, your prefrontal. That's the brain where we can access infinite potentials and deep intelligence. It works with our body wisdom. And once you get your hand upon your page, I want you to just lean into yourself. And with the hand as the guide, you're going to have the hand on your page. I want you to, all around the hand, to put all the things that you would use to describe yourself. So there you go. Valerie's got it. Nice. Thanks, Valerie. And Valerie, all around the hand, you're going to pop all the different selves that there are, all your different identities or personas. For example, I'm a mom. My son just came home from Canada visiting me here in Europe. Right away, I'm marrying a mom. I'm an art therapist, or I'm a healer, or maybe you're a teacher, or maybe you are a postal worker, you nurse. You can put those things down. Maybe you're a sister or a brother, or a spouse or a partner. Maybe you are a dog lover. Maybe there's certain hobbies that define you, that help you to get a sense of self. Maybe you're a runner, or you're a gardener. Perhaps you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you're a part of a whole. You're working for a firm. There's also different feeling states or emotional states or personality traits that we sometimes hear ourselves describe ourselves with. Like maybe you're an optimist, or maybe you're a little grumbly. Maybe you're hopeful. Maybe you're a little bit fiery. Perhaps there's ways of being in the world that come up to your awareness. Oh, you know what? I'm an activist, or I'm really involved in my community. I'm a global citizen. Different ways of discovering yourself or describing yourself in your outer world. Let them all pop up onto the page. Absolutely, in any way you want. Vowels are coming through words. Maybe symbols come through. I noticed when I wrote down that I'm a partner, I just organically wrote 1 + 1 = 2. So I noticed that I have a business partners. I'm a partner in marriage. Have partners in my hobbies, and where we co-create. So you might have little symbols come. I noticed by mom, I had a big heart show up. A big part of my heart is being a mom. These are sort of ways that the body mind starts to create your own symbols and your own information. So fill your page with whatever's coming through, keeping in that slow flow breath. And the other part of this is these are those parts of you, the part of yourself on the outer world. Maybe there's other parts of yourself in the outer world that support you. Maybe you love nature, and maybe you're a forest bather, or you're someone who just can't get enough of the sea. Or maybe you're somebody who loves to be in the vibrancy of a city, and museums and culture matters to you, and art and good food. You can put things on your outer world. Perhaps there's practices that support you, that you would define yourself by. I mentioned running. Maybe you're someone who spends a lot of time taking long walks, or maybe you practice something like meditation or yoga. These are all parts of yourself that you can include. It's like you're mapping who you are. How rare we spend time to explore the parts of ourself that are expressing in the outer world. Enjoy this, play into this, and just watch your hand. And I wonder if you notice, the more that you do, the more unfolds for you. You're in the state of flow, just enjoying, breathing, allowing, letting things show up. No need to analyze or worry or concern. We're just putting data onto the page. This is, like Valerie said, a very safe space. How rare to have a space to just explore more of yourself. There's no one here to analyze or to criticize. This is you meeting more of you. This is essential. This is why we came, to remember who we truly are. And this is a map to help us to go deeper, to push deeper into those edges and those unexplored parts. Look at Valerie's coming alive. See, there's no idea of what it's going to look like. We don't have a plan. We're just relaxing into our breath, and we're allowing the colors of who we are to express on the page. And it's so wonderful to learn that, oh my gosh, I didn't have to plan any of this out. I just took an invitation into a new destination that I'm navigating and creating and activating this part of me that longs to be expressed and be seen. This is a precious part of us. Now, I'm so excited to see the synergy and feel the synergy. See how Valerie's now tucked into the inside of her hand? So Valerie, I want you to do whatever you want to express your name in the middle. So see, Valerie's already pulled in a yellow. So something about her felt like, my hand is yellow in this moment. Maybe in 5 minutes it would have been blue. So go ahead and color in your color that aligns with you now, and then express and let yourself see your name written on your hand, or your initials in any way or form. It's going to come out. You have no need to plan it. Just let the colors express. Maybe a symbol for you will come out. Look, Valerie's got somewhat of a beautiful symbol coming through. Again, we didn't discuss this ahead of time. We just relax and feel the power of playing in a relaxed state of being. Now just notice that V for Valerie. And when I wrote my name, the whole name came through, Corry MacDonald. I had this download come through yesterday. And I sat in meditation and asked, how do we flow today? And then it came to me, something that Eckhart Tolle said. He said, all those symbols and words, sounds, symbols, these letters, they only can point to what is there. They can't actually capture the essence of your true self. All these things you spilled upon the page, they're all pointing towards you. But even then, which you? I wonder if you've ever wondered about the true self. Because the self that we've just played out on the page, yes, it's on one level valid and true. We are having a human experience, but we are human beings having a human experience. So on this incredible art piece that you've created and that Valerie's creating for us too, this is a lot of yourself. But some would call this the self with the small s. It looks like a lot, but it's still only a part of who you are. It's the small s self. So how do we discover the big S self, the essence, the aspect, the one that these words could never fully convey? I want to invite you into an experience, and we're going to literally open the door by putting our hand onto your page and pushing through. So if you could just join Valerie, she's literally going to activate this. Remember, NavigArt, we navigate through life together in a sacred space. We create together and we activate. So as you make contact, I want you to just see all that stuff on your page and just see it. Keep contact, keep sensing into it, and just honor it. But ask it, if this is just the outer me, who is the one that created this page? What is the essential essence of me? What is the part that's watching all of this play out? I want you to push through that page like a door and turn it right over, and it will be white like a void. Or so go ahead and flip your page right over. It's almost like you're opening a door into more of you. And now that you're at the door, I invite you to just put your hands upon that page and ground yourself into your breath. Soften your eyes with me. Feel the energy of all that activated through you. And now I want to invite you to do something we'd ask you to do when you open the door in Canada. Because there's usually snow outside. We'd say, oh, do you mind taking off your shoes? I want you to imagine or image in while you're breathing that beautiful slow flow breath and feeling it so much supporting you and breathing you. Take off your shoes and start to take off all those little self pieces that you put on the page. All those titles, all those identities. You can just drop them by your shoes. They'll be there waiting for you when we're done. So go ahead. In your mind's eye, in your imagination. And remember, mind doesn't know the difference between real or imaginal states. Drop sister, drop brother. You can even drop mom. You can drop woman, drop man. You can drop your identity through your job. You can drop the hobbies. Go ahead, just leave them by the door. You can drop all the ways you describe yourself, fussy or free. Drop all those. You can drop volunteer or dog lover, dog owner, cat lover. Drop all these preferences. It's okay. Drop them. Let it all sit by the door, by your shoes. You can pick them up later if you want to. Now even drop this one who's sitting here with her hands or his hands on the paper. You can drop that too. And if you're finding this annoying, you can drop the one who's being annoying or finding it annoying. You can drop that. If you find you're trying to drop things, drop the one trying. If your mind is racing, you can drop that too. Notice your breath. It's still breathing you. You can watch this all play out, and you can even drop the watcher too. There is a life force here that is so much bigger and wider and deeper than all these little things you've left at the door. And as again, we can try to use words to describe it, but they're only pointing to this vastness, this nothingness, no thingness, this life force intelligence that is you, your true self with a capital S. If anything rises, even a resistance, like, oh my God, how long is this? Drop that. It's all just conditioning. There's so much belief system conditioning in all of us, programming from when we were little. And it will run, but you can watch that too. And when it shows up, you can just observe it and love it and invite it to just sit by the shoes at the door. You are infinite intelligence itself. And that's again words, so you can drop that. Just breathe. And now take one more deep grounding breath into the essence of who you are. You've just discovered a the whole self with the capital S, grounded into your being. And as you come back into this space, you can start to pick up whatever you want to pick up from by your shoes. But if there are some parts of you you'd rather not have such a tight grip on, you can kind of leave them at the shoe side too. And slowly come back to the space, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And when you feel ready and feel completely integrated, put on your shoes and come back to your page. And before you get in that thinking analytical mind, I invite you to spill your big self colors on the page, using the colors that light you up, the rhythms that make your heart sing, moving and grooving. It'll look like a beautiful preschool flood of emotion. And Val's even pulling out her paints. If you've got paints, this is a gorgeous time to play your colors away. Moving as this wider, vaster, this big S self, the essence of who you are. And as we make contact with this essence of who we are, our essential nature, as we make deeper contact with it and learn to express it out more and more, we start to notice that a lot of that conditioning, a lot of that conditioned self or programmed self, a lot of those programs that are outmoded, they start to fall back a little. And we show up more authentically and connected to such a grounded, peaceful, deeply joyful, honest, true part of who we are. And this is self-discovery. That self is pure, unconditional love. And it's who you are. And your value and your essence, it's always been there. Maybe it got overlaid by beliefs or memory files or conditioning that covered that up. But look at that. When we open up to it and we leave a lot of the stuff that we thought was our true self at the door, it feels so good, like a big exhale after a big climb. It's like this relief, release to know that our true self has always been there and it always will be. And to really feel in a cellular level that true self and to feel your value, which has always been 100%, and to flow with that through life. Well, that's why you came, to find this, to be this, and to express this out just through yourself, being yourself. Valerie, I'm so enjoying playing into your colors as your true self paints through. I invite you to share how that experience was for you, and everyone out there, keep on flowing your colors through. In this space, we don't find it rude if you keep coloring or creating while we talk. It's absolutely welcome. I don't want to interrupt your flow, Valerie, so I'm just going to be quiet, and when you're ready to speak, you go ahead and share. This is amazing.
So thank you so much. I completely immersed myself into my childhood because after you left the shoes and said to leave everything behind, I felt myself as a child again. And as soon as I felt that feeling of being a little girl that came through, I remember her using her watercolors with no judgment, with no anyone looking. And at that time, I didn't know that I will be where I am today, and I didn't have any expectations from parents or anyone else. And that's why these colors came through, because it reminded me of that vivid experience I used to have when I was little, before all the expectations kicked in. So yes, thank you so much.
Sharing these invitations are just little openings to invite your soul to go where it wants to. And I'm so honored that Valerie shared her tender experience of meeting her inner child and having this opportunity to paint that information and that connection through again. I'm also enjoying Eugene's comment. How do you paint void? Isn't that true, Eugene? Like, really, we are still these humans having this human experience, but our beingness is there too. And so this is just a really probably a bumpy, lumpy attempt at expressing this greater part of you. But that's a really beautiful point, is that, yeah, this opened something and activated something, like as Valerie expressed. For me, when it came through me, there was, I actually didn't know if I would invite you to, because nothing, for me, I went to this void, this vastness. See, every soul just gets its medicine. We're just opening up an opportunity to explore more. So however shape or form your image and your information came through, feel totally free to share it with us and let us know if it activated something in you, or did you meet a smaller, younger child in you like Valerie? All of this is so valid and so important. And I'm curious how it feels for you to create this way, to go inward rather than outward, to make the focus on inner standing rather than outer standing. It's just our desire to give you this opportunity in this space. Valerie, anything?
Yes, thank you so much. This was a great time again, seeing you doing your job. And if you want to find Corry, there's a link to her website. You can contact her directly. And we're looking forward for our next NavigArt session with lots more to come. And if you have any questions, please contact Corry on LinkedIn. She has a profile on LinkedIn, her website, and share your artwork. So whatever you came through for you today, what feelings came through for you today. Thank you so much, Corry.
It's so wonderful to share this space with you, Valerie. I really want to thank you because you really created this, and to be able to come together this way in such a nice rhythm every 2 weeks, to know that there are people here with us live and so many who will enjoy the replay, and to share the things that have really helped us in our life path this way. I want to thank you for creating this space, because I say to Valerie a lot, I feel a dinosaur with technology, but I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm learning how enjoyable it is when we co-create. So to join in such a loving, safe space is everything for our growth. We can all grow in new ways. So thank you so much for this.